Here we go. Welcome to Nation of Conversation, episode 235. I'm your host, Ryan. I'm here with the no longer staying at home boys except for Wally. No, wait, Mike. You're the only one staying at home, right?
Nope. First day back in the office today.
Oh, Mike, Bill, and Wally are here. Mike, how was your first day back?
It was fine. Like, we're taking classrooms in now, and those are our office. And Wednesday, they're going to start checking people's temperatures and all that fun stuff. And
they're doing that.
You have to wear masks.
Yeah.
You have to check people's temperatures who are in IT, or you're checking yourselves?
Someone on Wednesdays, we have to pull into the parking garage. They check our temperature.
They check before you enter,
and then we go. But then, I'm like, why can't I? If I'm just gonna be, I don't know. If I'm gonna be sitting in the classroom on my own, just answering the phone, why can't I just be at home?
We check our own temperatures. Once we get inside, we check our own temperatures.
When we get to my front desk, the receptionist does it, or I usually get there before her, so I check it myself. But it's one of those like scan your forehead thermometers, like it doesn't touch you, you know?
Those things are so cool.
The highest I've had is 97. Usually I'm 95 or 96 degrees. So I'm sure that it's very accurate.
Even very so, accurate. That's pretty cool. That is a pretty cool thing.
That you can check your temperature by laser?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, come on. How cool is that? You guys
sure.
suck.
Sure.
I did finally, for the first time in months, was able to go to Walmart and purchase a thermometer. They have them in stock again, so I've been taking one daily just because I have the ability to now. I don't know.
Like you take like the classic mercury one.
You put one up your butt?
I put one up my butt and one under my tongue. See if they match.
Both? They have to enter simultaneously?
And if they don't match, I switch them and see if there's a problem. One or the other.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, alrighty then.
Oh,
let's talk about some stupid shit. WWE has 24 or more COVID-19 positive tests.
And this is throughout, right? This is wrestlers. This is backstage. This is everybody.
Everybody.
Right?
All departments that are in person there.
Yeah.
Last time I saw it, it was 30. It was at least 30.
We know about 3. Right now, yes. I believe. Kayla Braxton, Renee Young, and Adam Pearce was a producer.
And those are people, at least Renee got hers independently after.
Yeah, because she hasn't been at the Performance Center. She's been remotely doing backstage, which is now canceled. So much for that experiment.
Canceled. Mm-hmm. And then she also has a big fat announcement for this Wednesday. It's 2 big announcements this week. She's got a big fat announcement, which isn't a pregnancy, isn't COVID related, and isn't something else. So okay. I'm sure it has something to do with like backstage. Like she's gonna do it on her YouTube or something dumb. Not sure. Like leave for AEW. And then NXT,
no, I don't see that.
NXT UK, there's a big announcement coming tomorrow.
I saw not closing it though.
It's not closing it?
It's a rumor, I guess, but I saw that the announcement is not that they're still committed to the universe or whatever.
Just close it. So you know that thing's like HBK's like baby?
Is it?
Yeah, he is like, he's their Triple H. He's like all behind their stories, who gets pushed, all that stuff. It's HBK's. That's why, and he was such a big proponent of Devlin, and that's,
Yeah, but Devlin just got the cruiserweight thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah.
Yikes. So a week of big announcements. A lot of COVID tests. Is it true that WWE banned the wearing of masks? Is that real? Because that was the story floating around. Like how?
You're seeing opposing things where wrestlers who were there say no, like supposedly Kevin Dunn said you can't wear a mask on TV, and then people said we were never told that, and then other people said it did happen. It's always these anonymous wrestlers, and
we don't know for sure, but
it's the same thing with that letter that was written to those people on the Tampa Bay or whatever Orlando City Council, who was like, "We're getting treated poorly," and all that stuff.
We don't know what the
you
story
don't know
was.
If it's a crazy fan or what.
Florida's the fucking worst.
It is.
Yep.
The beaches are nice though.
Yeah.
On the coast side.
WWE also say they want fans soon. Again,
That's got to be different. I think before shit hit the fan, that was the idea, but now, like, you can't.
Especially in Florida.
Florida's has to go back down into a lockdown.
They're not going to though.
Started to. They're not. The state hasn't, but some of the cities have started closing beaches and stuff again.
They have to. Like,
The governor's
9,000 a day.
Not smart. Yeah,
No.
The governor's just not going to do it.
Well, Jacksonville just mandated that you have to wear
masks at all times,
indoor and outdoor.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Broward County and Miami-Dade both are closing beaches for the 4th of July weekend. So
yeah, I saw that.
Oh boy, what a mess!
put some
What a
fans
mess.
inside.
Hey.
But it's just not
TV
surprising that they had so many cases because, I mean, they're not handling it well. They're in a state that's not handling it well. It was just bound to happen.
Hasn't handled it well from the beginning. Was very laissez-faire about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, laissez-faire.
Blase. Couldn't saw adult movies.
What's laissez-faire mean again? That was a classic thing in history.
Yeah, blase-faire was definitely a part of it. Is that Rosie?
Yeah. Is it? Can you hear her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very upset.
Laissez-faire.
She's very upset. She's not blase-faire about this at all.
Policy and attitude of letting things take their own course without interfering. So
Okay. Yeah. Laissez-faire.
you're right.
Okay. Good.
Oh, there you go. Wow. I thought it was laissez-faire this whole time.
But is it blase-faire too?
Well,
Blase and laissez?
So you're
There's-
combining two things there.
There's
All right.
blase and laissez-faire.
I didn't know blase-faire was a thing.
Laissez-faire is not a thing.
It is. It's a thing. It's a real thing.
Is it a real thing?
No.
Okay. Wow. AEW, a more pragmatic approach. When someone says they've known someone or may be sick, they tell them, don't worry about it, stay home. In the case of QT Marshall, who, whatever, not a big deal. And John Moxley, big deal.
Yeah. Well, the
Yeah,
thing
it's a
with
big deal.
QT is he's also been training people. So a bunch of people who had been training with him had to be quarantined. But those were just like the lower level people, like the Anna Jays and the Allen Angels.
Right.
Who are his
The
trainees.
AEW Dark people, is that what you were saying before?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Very much the Joe Bears.
Yeah. But still, a better response
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
to like, you know what? You came in contact. We're going to check on this stuff and you're going to let us know and you're going to stay home. It's not a big deal.
Well, it's crazy that pretty much WWE was just almost denying the fact that there was an outbreak up until
They were apparently pissed off at Renee Young because she said something. They don't want anybody saying anything.
Yeah, no. That's unbelievable. This company, it's just
Every time you think like, oh, we've passed the lowest point. Like they find a new lowest point.
it literally are like it's insane.
Yeah. How can we fuck up even more? Well, that's what happens when you're, involved with who they are involved with. It's just a matter of time before you do stupid shit following
Generally,
that.
just the worst people.
Let's talk about Tessa Blanchard. This is a weird story.
She's coming. She's coming back.
So she gets fired from Impact.
And she had the
Ran
belt
out of nowhere this weekend. She had the belt.
She had one of the big the world or
Right.
heavyweight.
They brought back another title.
She
They gave
had
to Moose, I believe.
no. Moose already had a belt.
Oh, he did. Okay. Well, I thought
Moose-
because she was unavailable, they brought back the TNA belt.
Oh, maybe.
But
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
not an Impact watcher.
Yeah, I'm not either.
So whatever. She wasn't on TV because of all the travel bans and stuff.
Yeah, I think what it was is she had their big belt. She won
did.
it from
She still
Sami
had it.
Callahan.
Right.
Then when the quarantine went in place, which I think they planned on doing because they planned on having a big TNA show with
Right.
all your favorite TNA stars from the past. Like
Yeah, they were going to bring people back.
Shark Boy.
Of
I don't
course.
know who else.
Had to be Steiner.
Shark Boy.
Shark Boy. Like
Who was
else?
basically Stone Cold Steve Austin in a shark suit.
Yes. And I
But
don't know
Black Machismo.
all the puns were fish related. So all the Stone Cold things were fish related, which is kind of funny. Yeah, but so she wasn't around, and right when she won the title, we had all the racist comments come out. She didn't get fired.
Nope.
We just didn't really see her ever again. She disappeared because it was right around right before. Yeah, right at the beginning of the year, right? So she was gone. She was the champion, but she was gone. So they never had to deal with those racist and bullying and all those accusations. Never really popped up on them, I guess. I don't know. And now all of a sudden, she's fired because she no-showed promos or didn't send in promos. Is that the story?
Was supposed to send in promos leading up to Slammiversary.
Right, which she was going to be booked on.
Yep, she was being booked. She was front and center for Slammiversary, but then, I guess she didn't send the promos in, and they're just like, forget it, and just cut her loose because she had her contracts up in 2 days, so they're just like, just cut her loose. I don't know. There must be some sort of business-wise why they just cut her loose instead of like letting her contract.
Sounds like she just burns bridges everywhere at all times.
Seems like it.
It's odd because if you're gonna weather the storm of like you have a champion that's racist, for all these months, and then they just don't send in promos, and that's the reason you're gonna cut them loose.
I guess
it's very odd.
Wouldn't send in promos, and I guess they just couldn't reach her. I don't know if this was maybe like a negotiation tactic of hers, but like she hasn't.
Who knows?
It's not like she's created or created some sort of like, oh well, it's Tessa, we can, we'll do this or that, or like we can work with her.
We'll deal with her issues or whatever.
Yeah, obviously not.
They were done with her, and they let her go. And then we were talking about this. It's like, where is she going to go? Because it seemed like she burned bridges everywhere, like you said, Bill.
Yeah.
Almost everybody had issue with her.
One place she can go.
Even they had issues with her, though. And all of a sudden now the reports are like, oh, well, WWE is going to get Tessa Blanchard. That's the reports.
It's always the same thing. It's, there's feelers out.
Yeah.
I'm sure she knows someone in WWE that she talks to, or is it like, I wouldn't put it past them, but like, truthfully, right now, why? What is she gonna add? She's not like that big a star that people are clicking the channel.
No, she's not.
She's not a wrestler that's not employed by New Japan or TNA currently.
Yeah. Maybe,
right.
But then you hear reports like, oh, WWE's trying to get rid of their, or, clean up their problematic.
This would not be that. This would be adding their problems, adding to their problems, unless she has found a change of heart.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or those allegations weren't true, but I find that hard to believe after like 10 people say, yes, she said that.
Yeah. It's just... I don't know. Supposedly, of course, AAA's got interested in her because I believe that's where her fiance Daga
left Impact as well.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, and all those also reports are saying like AEW wants nothing to do with her, and I think that's 100% because of all of her shit. Like, no, thank you. We don't want to deal with that. Which is crazy because she fell so far. So quickly from like, I'm very excited to see her win the men's title to I don't care about her at all. Like, I don't know.
I could see WWE doing like reaching and taking her on if this was like a Ronda Rousey level.
It's not though.
but Tessa just isn't. I don't think she's gonna move ratings. I don't think she is terrific in the ring, but they don't care about that.
Certainly
They don't
not.
care. Oh, but she's such a. Do you think Vince really gives a shit about that? No.
No. And it's weird too because of all the people they cut. They're gonna bring her in now. Like they cut all these people. But they're gonna sign free agents still. That's weird.
Yeah.
That sounds weird to me. So I don't know if I believe that, but they are scummy and they would do anything.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Wouldn't be shocked either. It would make sense for like the 4 horsewomen and stuff. She would fit right into that. Like she could face Charlotte.
Yeah,
and have a solid program.
She'd be a really good wrestler, but
yeah. Unfortunately, we are where we are. So yeah, that was kind of weird and crazy. I thought you would just kind of stick around and Impact forever. But nope, not the case. Gone. Another one that was shocking to me when I first read it, after I read all the stories, I get why, but Chikara shuts down.
Yeah.
Folds, straight up folds, because Mike Quackenbush has like a dozen allegations against him of different kinds of weird shit.
And he runs Chikara, right?
Yeah.
And he very often guest coached at the Performance Center.
I remember him coaching Alexa Bliss a year or two ago.
He was very instrumental, I guess, in Alexa Bliss's like kind of what's the word? Renaissance.
Comeback or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, so a bunch of accusations of all different versions came out. Like him cheating on his wife, him asking wrestlers to, point people out in the crowd and then go hook up with them and like keep that. This is a children's promotion too, by the way. Yeah. Chikara is basically for kids.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. What else was in there? There was the whole thing where there was a gay trainee, which is one of the things he admitted to. A trainee came in who was closeted, and Quackenbush was awful with the language and stuff, like making fun of gay people, saying all kinds of words he shouldn't be saying. And this was in like 2005 or 6, I want to say. I forget what the years were, but it was borderline. And he admitted to that. He did a whole 13-minute apology video, which I watched. It was very bizarre.
I didn't watch it. I don't need to see any more of these
dumb people
doing dumb things.
It was weird. But there was a lot of other people did it. I didn't know about it. That's what he kept saying. Like my trainers did this. I didn't know about it. It's like, okay.
Bullshit.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So he has folded everything.
Are they shutting down for good, or are they gonna try to get somebody else to come back? No,
Done. And a lot of the Chikara wrestlers, like Kimberly and others, were like, "This is horrible. Like, this is where we did all this great stuff and had so much fun, and it's actually just awful place."
Where do the ants go now?
Yeah, all the ants are gone.
There was Fire Ant and Green Ant. And
Yeah.
I think they both said they're leaving.
Everybody basically said, "Bro."
But I know the ants used to be, I believe, Fire Ant was Orange Cassidy, and Green Ant, yes, and Green Ant was maybe Drew Gulak, and then another ant was Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. Yeah, but yeah, the best ant, Fire Ant, who was Orange Cassidy, who people like flipped out about. Of course,
Yeah. So this story is just crazy because the whole thing is just like, it's over, but I didn't do anything wrong. It's like,
yeah.
Okay, then why are you following the promotion?
Pretty much the old indie wrestling, the companies that have been around, they're pretty much all folded. Besides, I think like CZW, but CZW is just ran by scumbags now. So yeah. Old independent wrestling is pretty much
falling apart.
Gone dead. The Chikaras, who else is there?
Was this all Ring of Honor?
Yeah, Evolve is dead. Ring of Honor
get to take their pick here?
No, there's no one there. There's no one yeah.
What, in Chikara? Everybody else has another job. Most of them have another job.
Yeah.
You can't just work in Chikara by itself.
Oh, no.
Not enough money there. But
no.
Yeah, quite an interesting thing. I'd be curious to see what other people think of that apology video. I don't know. I watched it. Some of it I was like, but pieces of it I'm like, okay, I feel bad for him a little bit, but other pieces I'm like, this is just stupid. Like, some of this is just dumb. Speaking of Dumbos, Marty Scrull, we didn't talk about him last week entirely because he hadn't commented on it, but now he has. He, in fact, did sleep with an underage person. Which, it's a difficult story because it's illegal. It's legal to do in England. It's legal to sleep with someone at age 16, supposedly. It does still seems really fucking weird.
It's legal, but is it right?
No. But, yeah.
And he was all over, right? He was Impact. He was AEW, and he was at TNA too, wasn't he? Or no, Ring of Honor.
He's Ring of Honor's.
Ring of Honor's booker right now.
And I would expect him to possibly resign.
You think that's going to happen?
I have a feeling that we're going to see that.
NWA as well. NWA. So, yeah, I don't know. We may not see Marty ever again, which is weird, but it's his doing. So, what are you going to do? WWE have now officially released some more speaking out, folks. El Ligero and Travis Banks are out of there. Yeah, rightfully so. Probably never going to see either one of them again, is my guess. Impact released Dave Crist, Mike Elgin, and Joey Ryan officially right after the show last week. So
Mike Elgin's been an issue for years, right?
Yeah, wasn't
they hired Elgin? Yeah, we talked about that before they hired Elgin in Impact. So I don't know.
He's always been a dickhead.
Didn't he have problems in New Japan with the Tamatanga?
That's right.
And Jeff Cobb.
Cobb, that's right.
Wasn't there something about when he was training a girl too or something like that?
Yeah, that was the real one. He supposedly was super inappropriate with one of his trainees. Like all the other stories.
Yeah.
So all those guys are out of here.
Dave Crist sounds familiar, but I don't remember him.
Yeah, you wouldn't have seen much of him.
No, you would have never. He's part of
Sammy Callahan's crew, right?
OWE, Ohio
versus everybody.
Yeah, OVE, Ohio versus
they were in PWG a couple times, but
yes,
that might be why it sounds familiar.
Not a lot. So he's done. So that's all three of those guys are probably donezo for real. Like, especially Joey Ryan. We know he's out of the wrestling business for good. So,
yeah.
Right. Let's talk about some fun things like the New Japan Cup. Where are we at? Do we have anything happen?
Jeez, it felt like it's been forever since.
I don't think we have another one till Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we're stagnant on. Okay, we'll move on.
Oh, there was second round stuff.
Okay.
Okada, Ishimori.
Yes, we're halfway through the second round.
Mm-hmm. Okada and Ishimori are gonna face off, and then, what's the bottom left there? It's
Ishii and Hiromu are gonna fight each other.
Oh, right, that's right. Hiromu versus Yano.
Yano.
Right, Hiromu and Yano. Go ahead.
Just in a real barn burner of a classic match of just
where Yano got duct taped.
Ishii beat Makabe.
All right, I got that one right as well. All right.
Yeah,
there you go.
I do have updates for us after the first round.
Oh yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So after the first round, Ryan, Mike, and myself all have a total of 12 of 16 correct.
Oh.
Nice,
on the one side, we all got
it.
Minoru Suzuki wrong, and that was it.
Okay.
On the other side, we had a combination of Yo, Takagi, Tanahashi wrong. Wally, on the other hand, went a different direction. After the first round, he has 10 of
Boom!
6.
Okay. Not bad. Not
Of
bad.
the second round matchups we've had so far, again, the three of us have all picked 4 out of those 4 correct, but we won't keep that up on the other side of the bracket come Wednesday. While you picked 3 of the 4, you did not have. You had Honma, and he is long gone.
Yeah.
So, but as it stands right now, I have potentially 4 out of 4 semifinalists, as do Mike and Ryan.
2.
While you have 2, but you have both of your finalists still alive, so you can win this still.
Bushi, baby. Bushi all the way.
You need Bushi over Yoshihashi next, which is certainly possible.
Okay, I got Yoshihashi wrong.
Yeah.
Wait, Bushi first round match hasn't even happened yet?
Yeah, Bushi beat Yo in the first round.
Oh, he beat Yo.
Yup. Who called that? Me.
Yo winning 2 matches.
Yes, you did.
What's the is it Evil over Kojima?
Evil over Kojima and Goto over Takahashi.
Oh wow! All right, so yeah, I did pretty good.
You did
About to
much
get a
better
lot
than that.
worse though, because of your mistake.
Shut up.
It hasn't yet. Bushi could go on a run here.
Bushi could go on a run.
I'm telling you, champion, New Japan Cup 2020, Bushi.
Oh my God.
If Bushi wins, that pretty much means that Wally wins. If Okada wins, I should win. You guys both have Takahashi. So it's a matter of whether he beats Sonata or Ibushi at this point. That's the matchup for you guys, is who advances Sonata and Ibushi.
Okay.
And they're both still alive. So
Yes. That'll be interesting to see what happens. All right. We buried the lead. I should have put this first. I don't know why I didn't put this first. Vampiro is getting his own talk show on the El Rey Network. I'm not fucking joking. I thought this was a joke.
Major question.
He is getting his own talk show.
Is this a wrestling talk show, or please Vampiro giving the breath to talk about anything that he wants?
It's got to be everything he wants, right?
I would hope so.
It's insane. I don't understand this. Can anyone shed any light on this? Other than I'm excited.
Why wouldn't you do this? Why would you not give him his own talk show? There are billions of reasons to do it. There's none to not do it.
The reason to do it is to watch a garbage truck on fire roll down a hill. That's the reason you do it.
Yes.
If I'm being honest, if that was the thing, I would watch it.
If that's what he said. Welcome to the Vampiro show. Oh, you just want to watch a garbage truck rolling down the hill on fire?
Or Vampiro. Either way.
I have to get the El Rey Network back. How the hell is this a thing? Oh my God. The guy says crazy shit. I mean, he just, like, in the last 6 months said, like, Chris Jericho's a piece of shit. And then, like, 3 weeks or 4 weeks later, he had to go back on that same show and go, yeah, I'm sorry. I have mental issues, sorry. What the hell?
There's not a trailer for it yet, right?
There was just a picture of him like,
right.
Like, I cannot wait for this. It's going to last for one episode. It's going to be on Botchamania. The whole episode will be Botchamania.
Should be good.
Just his commentary alone, like if they have an open chat or open phone lines, forget about it.
Oh, if he takes callers? Oh, God.
Yeah, right? Because that's what started some of his problems in that Triple Mania or awesome things. Or he's reading like, oh, yeah, great show. Great job, Vampiro. Great. Vampiro's a piece of shit. He should look at Kyle's asshole. Whoa, wait a minute. Who wrote that? I want to go find them. He's just reading comments without screening them at all. Like getting surprised. I can't wait. Cannot wait. Nothing is better than this. It's not going to happen. There's no way it actually shows up. There's no way.
Actually gets produced.
There's no way.
You don't think one episode?
If it makes it through like 3 episodes, I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked if he doesn't say anything within the first 3 episodes. Oh my God.
It's got to be live.
Oh, please be live.
Yeah, it does have to be live.
Please be live. Oh my God. Give Vampiro a live mic, you stupid.
Late night
Vampiro.
Late night with Vampiro.
Oh God.
And hopefully LaPark is band leader. play the chair.
Play the chair. The chair guitar.
The chair guitar.
Oh man.
Yeah. El Dandy's in the crowd, you know. Just add a bunch of those dudes in there. Yikes, Vampiro. Oh boy, I can't wait. Bill. It's time for a segment to be named later. Do we have anything we messed up last week?
Well, most importantly, we need an update from Mike. Has there been any more horse or table tennis or anything else we need to know about?
I lost in trouble tonight.
Trouble?
Lost in trouble.
You lose a board game?
It's trouble. I lost to the little one, and I came in third place.
Wow.
Third
Mike,
place.
what's happening to you?
It was Trolls Trouble.
What happened to Team V? Come on, we used to be something.
And I lost very badly. I didn't even get anyone to the finish line.
Yeah, oh my God.
Oh man.
This is not
That's
good.
a real
that's
bad
bad.
night.
So the current standings are your 5-3 in horse.
Oh, I did
Losing.
lose. I did lose again.
All right, 6-3. You're losing.
I
Lost tennis, 0-1 in tennis, but it
Oh,
might as
two.
well be 0 for the century.
0-2 in tennis.
0-2,
No
and now
mini golf or
0-1 in trouble.
No mini golf, just tennis.
You need to get them on your turf. You need to
We
pull
did
up some
try it with horse.
Carcassonne or something and
Yes.
try to take one.
I got King of New York here for you.
Yeah, King of New York. Grab cash and guns and
Yeah.
Cash and guns. Yeah. No,
take
no.
a couple for yourself.
They'll
good
team
idea.
up on him and Cash and Guns.
Yeah, they'll immediately
They'll
figure that
definitely-
out.
Pointing
You're
big guns at a small
yeah.
child.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. That's not good. Not a good idea. All right. Anything else?
Yes. We could not. We were messing up Santos Escobar's new group,
Oh yeah.
El Legado del Fantasma, which it translates as the Legacy of Phantasma. Or if you translate it the full way, it's the Legacy of the Ghost, which is kind of BA, I think.
Why didn't they just call it that? Legacy of
Well,
the Ghosts.
They are. It's just they're saying it in Spanish.
Yeah, fine, whatever.
Because they're from he's from Mexico,
Right.
and so is Raul Mendoza. And then finally, we had some mix-up. Well, one of us did with the song "Lowrider." Of course, this is sung by War, not by George Thorogood and the Destroyers.
Yeah.
But
No.
mostly, I wanted to know, Wally, why when asked for a theme song for a Mexican wrestler, your first thought was to go with "Lowrider."
It immediately made me think of Gone in 60 Seconds, not gonna lie. And that was the only thing and I couldn't think of any other songs. So I was like,
I thought you were trying to go like Eddie Guerrero because wasn't his song Lowrider or something like that? He had
one at one point.
a
And
lowrider
then
car.
when they told him to lean full into being like the worst stereotypes of Mexico,
Yeah.
he went with
I
one.
thought that's where you were going.
no,
wait,
no,
so
this was just
now new
inability to
question.
think at all.
Why is Gone in 60 Seconds so forthright
Yeah.
in your mind?
Yeah. I don't think I've thought of
I forgot it was a movie.
seconds.
When you saw that movie, it was gone within 60 seconds from your brain.
And just right now, I had to remind myself that wasn't part of the Fast and Furious group.
Wally likes really bad movies and bad movie franchises too, like Harry Potter and others.
Oh,
Harry
don't you
Potter
talk
is a bad
you.
movie franchise.
What about your girl there? She's not a great person.
Well,
Oh, J.K.
Mhm.
Rowling? No, she's a
Yeah.
garbage person.
She's a garbage person.
you can
But
still
the books
appreciate
are
the art.
fantastic. Yeah. Somehow she made such good books while being a garbage.
I think we are. Are we
individual.
not all past the point where you have to be able to separate art from the artist, or else you can't enjoy anything anymore?
Yeah.
True. But he likes bad movies. No, none of this woke shit. He likes bad movies.
It's a Nick Cage movie. It's one of his good bad movies.
Oh God, he's got a lot of bad movies.
Again, not a thing, but okay.
Yeah, Bill doesn't believe in the good bad movie. Don't believe in that. You know what one of the worst Nick Cage movies ever is? Knowing. Has anyone
No,
ever
it's
seen
not.
Knowing?
We
I have
watched
not seen
it.
that.
It's so bad.
Mike
It's
made us
so
watch it.
good.
You made us watch Knowing?
Yes.
That's the
Oh
one
my
with the aliens,
God.
right? Am I
With the
spoiling?
It's the one where he would take a few steps and be like, I know it's coming next.
It was
The
so
whole
good.
movie.
I think we watched it right after we watched Drive Angry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
maybe
a
The
funny
Magician's
movie.
Assistant.
Drive Angry is great.
I don't remember either of those. Maybe I wasn't there.
You don't remember Drive Angry? He
Drive Angry,
literally
Wally.
drives out of hell. That's how the movie starts.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure I didn't watch that.
And we did keep assistance with that other nerdy kid that's in stuff for a while.
Nerdy kid.
The guy from like the Girl Next Door and all those movies. He's part of the
Jay Baruchel.
Jay Baruchel, yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who's in The Goon.
Yes. Yep.
Is he?
Jay Baruchel. Yeah, he wrote and directed The Goon, I believe.
There might be a second Goon, but I'm not sure.
There is a
There
second
is.
Goon. It's on Netflix.
I think it was
I've
called
not
The
seen
Last Enforcer.
Yeah, there is a Goon number 2. Goon 1 was good.
Yeah, it was.
Let's talk about the Wednesday Night Wars. What? Did we lose him?
Who?
No.
Bill?
No, I'm here.
All right. What'd you say? The Goon was good?
Yeah, I thought yes, I did say that a few minutes ago.
It looked like he just froze. All right, Wednesday Night Wars. NXT, let's go. Tell me what happened on NXT. Strong versus Lumis. Squashing. A lot of squashing.
Yeah, it wasn't great, I didn't think.
Why did it win in the ratings then? What's the...
Because of the main event is why it won in the ratings. Because
Which
they
was-
had a takeover match on a Wednesday.
What was the
night.
main event? The Lumis?
It was Finn Balor versus
Oh.
Johnny Gargano versus Keith Lee for the North American title,
Right.
which was a fine match, but I didn't do anything
Yeah, it
big.
was
I didn't
fine.
think they made Keith Lee look huge because she was fighting off 2-on-1 most of the match.
Did he win?
He did, and he did it by pinning Finn. So now this momentum they've been building for Finn, they just crushed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we get Keith Lee versus Adam Cole for
Title versus title?
Versus title.
Which I should be good, but I would think if you're going for just an all-out ratings war, isn't Finn Balor versus Adam Cole the who's the greatest NXT champion the match you want?
Yeah, I would say so.
Maybe
Has
I
they'll
mean,
Finn-
do-
Keith Lee versus Adam Cole will still be great, but
Of course. Has Finn lost that much steam as a
I don't
Is it a
think
thing?
so.
where they don't care about that anymore?
I don't think so. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Just take the loss, I thought.
Well,
Very bizarre.
Gargano's been losing a lot, so
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think he could.
I mean, he's lost a million times before that even. Loses all the time.
hmm
Yeah. Anything else really on this? This doesn't seem like that big of a show.
Cameron Grimes beat Damian Priest after Priest was jumped and he had hurt. Yeah, Grimes is an excellent.
Oh,
heel
he's so
though.
good.
I do enjoy watching him. The other one, Santos Escobar beat Jake Atlas, and I think it was you, Ryan, who predicted a 3-on-3 match coming up.
I did.
That was
That
Mike.
was you, Mike. All right. Well, that certainly is coming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Was that a squash or was that a
No, it was competitive.
No, it was. It wasn't a real long match, but it wasn't
Yeah.
a squash.
okay. And then
Oh.
they're still in Great American Bash, or they're using
Yeah.
using
Weird,
Great
they didn't
American
even
Bash.
announce. I read about that. That wasn't part of the show at all.
Weird that they're doing that the next 2 weeks. I
Isn't
wonder
that
why.
weird?
Yeah. Well, they have a fucking hell of a match booked with Sasha versus Io. Like, holy,
Yeah. Sign me
Holy-
up for that.
yes, I'd be up
Yeah.
for that.
Yep, that should be excellent.
You know who's just like dying a slow death now is freaking Rhea Ripley.
Dunzo.
Man, they
I mean,
just
she beat Aaliyah.
and she's fighting her again.
There's
Yeah.
like all this Robert Stone shit with Rhea, isn't it? Isn't
Yeah.
he like pursuing her?
Yeah, and she keeps beating him up, but like they should have never have taken the belt off her with
With Charlotte.
Charlotte. Like, God, that killed her.
Yeah, we knew it at the time. We were saying
Absolutely
it forever. It wasn't
Killed
gonna
her momentum.
put her over. It wasn't gonna help Charlotte at all. Other than she wins it again. Like it's useless. Other than they bring her down to try to beat AEW. That's all. That's the only reason it happened. And that's what the only reason Great American Bash is happening.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's like you could just book normally and probably have better. You might be able to beat AEW consistently if you just book better matches and
Well, they said-
storylines.
I read Wade Keller with PW Insider, PW Torch, whatever, said the reason why NXT won this week is because they had a stronger show leading in.
Last week.
Yeah, that's what it was. They had, for some reason, everyone was watching this Law and Order, and then it followed into NXT.
I guess. I don't know. I don't understand a lot of what's happened in NXT over the last year. I know people say Vince isn't involved, and why would you complain about this and that? And it's like, it's just not click. It has not clicked for me for the last year. Has not clicked at all for me.
Well, I think even though they said that they're going to stop doing call-ups, clearly they haven't. And
They've kept doing that, yeah.
Like, what's her name that Robert Stone is representing? Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
Not all. Like, they keep changing stuff as they go.
Well, she was supposed to be called up to Raw, but then Heyman was fired, and so now that may be in limbo. And Dijakovic, the same thing. He was supposed to be called up, but now that's in limbo.
Of course, we got Matt Riddle, who's under accusations on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So who the hell knows what's happening with him?
Yeah.
And the entire NXT UK is in trouble.
I'll say this, though. NXT has got a much more appealing lineup for the Great American Bash than Fyter Fest. You know, Fyter Fest, they've been kind of building to it, but like they build into it longer, but still, like,
I don't know.
That's what WWE and NXT can do. They can pull together dream matches much quicker.
Yeah, I think that's
AEW.
They should be better on a lot of these, and they're just not. It's funny to me that they're just boring. A lot of the shit they do is boring and repetitive. It's very repetitive, some of this shit. And it's not interesting. If they're not booking these interesting matches, it's not interesting. So we'll see. I don't know. At least to me. I don't mean everybody here, but to me, a lot of this shit is boring. So I end up watching NXT, and a lot of times I end up punting it because I'm like, I don't care. I honestly don't care about Raquel Gonzalez. I don't care.
That's where I disagree. She's been impressing me.
Yeah,
Raquel Gonzalez is very good.
I thought, yeah.
She does the monster heel, like just the monster wrestler very well when it comes to like throwing around the smaller women, and they'll go to like Sunset Flipper and she'll just completely no-sell it and stuff.
Who did she beat up again? Caden Carter,
And Casey
Catanzaro.
But I think they've lined up Dakota Kai. I think she's gonna. So this week
they have a 4-way again coming up.
This week they've got, like, listen to this. This is a good show. Besides, well, Io versus Sasha, which is probably gonna be the main event. The 4-way for the NXT Women's Champion #1 contender, Dakota, Mia, Candice, Tegan. Roderick Strong versus Lumis.
No.
But you know what?
I didn't like the last one.
It is a strap match. But you know what? Roderick, I'm not going to dish off any Roderick match until I see it.
Yeah, he usually rises above the fray, but yeah.
Rhea Ripley versus Aaliyah. So that's
don't care.
Oni Lorcan versus Timothy Thatcher. Like, yes, please.
I would watch that. I mean, I will.
Is it gonna be given the time? Then yes.
Well, right now they're booking this almost like a takeover.
Right.
So you'd hope it does.
If that gets time, yes, that would be great. I fear for the quick tap out.
But then I don't think so, because Oni has enough. Oni's not a jobber. He's a staple on 205 Live. He's got a staple of a tag team. So I don't think they're going to job him out that quick. And then the only match they have set for July 8th is the winner take all, which I'm guessing Adam Cole wins. And then Adam loses both of them to Karrion Kross. At TakeOver SummerSlam Brooklyn, whatever.
TakeOver stuck in the Performance Center.
Yeah.
No, they have to separate them. I don't think they'll keep defending.
There's no way he can keep both and then lose both to Karrion Kross. I don't know.
Does he win them both and maybe give one to Roddy?
I imagine it's like you don't deserve the main belt. You can fight for the smaller one and he'll lose it or something.
Is this it could be an interesting angle where if it's like this is the beginning of the breaking of the Undisputed Era where he's like, yeah, I'm not giving this to you.
Maybe.
You know, like, and then they get pissed off.
But still, like, see right now, nothing like
That story,
everything's-
that crew is so money. Why would you ever break them up?
but still, like the thing is they've been around for so long.
Right.
Like if there were still people in the crowds, if this is still normal, I would almost choose Keith Lee because like get a new guy, not a new guy, but crown like a new champ because like
that's the problem with the North American title though. They try to make the North American title seem so important and give it to guys like Keith Lee, Johnny Gargano, which is good. But then those guys need to move up and they need to lose the belt in order to move up. And it's like, you can't have, a lot of them can't lose the title easily. They've struggled with that.
I feel the thing is that I feel like Undisputed's already kind of hit their peak. Like, I don't know if you're going to try and force another one by doing this. If you're putting them both on,
Maybe.
both on Adam. Like, the time was already had for them where they had all the belts and everything.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Draped in gold. All right, let's move to AEW. Some interesting things. We had a press conference between Hager and Cody. It was
that sounds boring to me.
Yeah.
It was short, very, very short, but
it was all right.
It was okay.
It was all right.
Yeah, I don't. It was okay. The Lumberjack match that started everything, which was Wardlow versus Luchasaurus, was okay. It's kind of fun way to start. But the best part of the match was Chuck and Trent actually dressed up like actual lumberjacks, wearing flannel and suspenders and all that, being actual lumberjacks. And then they had a really fun because they're facing Omega and Hangman for the tag team titles, and they had a fun vignette, the two of them together, where it was like they were talking about how they're best friends and blah, blah, blah. And then Omega and Hangman were like, yeah, we're not friends. We're not friends at all. We're just a good team and we're champions. That's all you need. Like, who cares if you're friends? Mm-hmm. And then Chuck and Trent were making fun of Omega for being the drinking buddy of Hangman. Like, how can you be a drinking buddy if you drink milk and he drinks whiskey? That doesn't make any sense. Stuff like that. So that was fun. FTR.
Is there any chance that Chuck and Trent take the title off them?
I mean, we could make picks on some of these, but I don't think so. I don't think there's any chance.
There'll be.
I don't think the time is right.
No. Why not?
And they can lose, and it's fine, too. That's the other thing. Best friends can easily lose.
Yeah.
And somebody else can face them for the tag titles. FTR was back in another good match, this time against SCU.
Easily the match of the night between both shows.
Yeah, I mean.
This was just.
Can you talk about, like, FTR having that? They have this snap. I don't know what you would call it. Aggressive snap to them right now. Where it's like they are working so hard.
Yeah.
To be treated, like, to be seriously thought of, like everything they do, wrist lock, like they snap everything in like so hard.
Well, that's their gimmick.
It looks great though. I know it's their gimmick, but they're really landing on thick with the, we're fucking trying hard.
Yeah.
Now that we have nothing on our backs, we're doing this shit full on.
Yeah.
Which is good. And then. So they win the match. Butcher and Blade steal the Ford pickup truck or whatever that they've been driving to the ring with. And then the Lucha Bros showed back up. They haven't been on for months. Lucha Bros show back up, and Butcher and Blade basically said, us and the Lucha Bros versus you and the Bucks, 8-man tag.
Should be interesting.
So the Bucks have to team with FTR, which will be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a bit of an argument after the Bucks came out to save FTR, so that'll be fun.
That's good that the Lucha Bros are back, though.
Yeah. So 3 of the best tag teams on the planet in one match, and then the Butcher and Blade, who aren't terrible, but that'll be fun.
What's their band again?
Every Time I Die.
His band, just
the one dude.
Butchers.
Yeah, just Butch. Give it a little gas, Butch. I want to talk about Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela's tag team. This is really fun. They
both work very well together.
Yeah, they're fun together. Actually, Sonny Kiss was really good in this match. Hasn't been given a lot to do on main Dynamite, so it was fun to see some of his stuff. And Bad Romance is the name of the tag team. And the vignette was awesome. I don't know if anybody saw that vignette.
I did. It was very fun. Very
where
good.
They like stop at the gas station and Joey goes in to get a bunch of disgusting food. And Sonny's getting jumped by these guys who are trying to steal the car. And Joey's inside just buying burritos and stuff. He has no idea that Sonny's being beat up. Then he comes out, realizes what's happening, throws a burrito at the guy in the guy's face. Hey, you like beans? And then like fights them off and then decide like, yeah, we're going to be a tag team. That's pretty awesome. Hopefully they'll have more to do. I don't know what the Lance Archer
tag teams.
What's that?
Is there room for all the tag teams?
Yeah, I think there could be.
They have at least 50% of their shows tag team wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know where Lance Archer fits in this whole thing because he's like stalking them and beating them up every show. He's like showing up and beating up both of them. Well,
we've got Janela versus
Lance.
Which they've laid out Fighter Fest already. Well, we need to talk about
right, Moxley and Cage is probably not going to happen.
Ooh, well, maybe still. I feel like they would have already announced it by now.
Maybe they're waiting. Happening? Well, Moxley is Renee has COVID-19, so Moxley's been taking care of her.
But he's
they're a thing.
But also they're married.
He's tested negative, but
he's been tested negative. But it takes days for it to show up anyway.
Yeah.
So
we'll
see what happens. I imagine they won't have that match unless he's like literally from the moment she found out he quarantined himself. I don't think that's a great idea. You want to take care of your sick wife, probably. So I'm guessing he didn't do that, but we'll see. And then Orange Cassidy again tried hard and beat up Chris Jericho, and they had a brawl, which was fun.
Good brawl. Would have gotten
crazy over
in front of a crowd.
Yeah, and Orange Cassidy's move is the Superman punch. He keeps doing the Roman Reigns Superman punch.
Does he pump it up?
Funny. He does not pump it up, but he keeps doing the Superman punch.
Well, he's always done. That's always been part of his repertoire.
Right. Yeah, he's always done it. When he tries hard, he does the Superman punch. But yeah, so that was a fun brawl. Cassidy got his ear cut somehow in the middle of the brawl and was bleeding all over again for the second time. It's funny to see Orange Cassidy bleeding every week now. Yeah, I don't know. It was a fun show.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I'm excited for Fighter Fest to a degree.
So Fighter Fest this week's got Omega and Page versus Best Friends,
which is going to be fun.
Cody versus Jake Hager, which
probably not
We've
that
seen
good.
It at a baseball field.
Yeah, we have.
It'll be a brawl for it all. Walking brawl.
Sheeta versus Penelope Ford, which should be good.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Sheeta had a match and she won in like 1 second and then attacked Penelope Ford.
That should be. They built that well. Jurassic Express versus MJF and Wardlow.
Yeah.
Private Party with Matt Hart. Well, Private Party versus Santana Ortiz. I've seen that match already in person.
That's a good one.
At a shithole club on Long Island. And then next week we've got Moxley versus Cage, Jericho versus Orange Cassidy, which should be interesting. Archer versus Janela, Nyla Rose versus a TBA, which people are like, oh, it's Tessa. Like, no, it's probably
not anymore.
I don't think so.
I wonder who it's gonna be a surprise. I don't know.
They're making it out to be this huge thing, but I don't know who it would be. It's like Aja Kong or somebody like that.
Yeah, it's probably or maybe what's her name? Awesome Kong.
Yeah.
Bill, did you say Lita? Bill?
Yep.
Yeah, you said Lita.
Lita, yes.
And
I
then
mean, sure, why not?
Colt Cabana and the Dark Order versus
Right.
SCU.
Colt's still with the Dark Order.
Yep. And then FTR and the Bucks versus Butcher the Blade and Lucha Bros.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yes.
That'll just be a crazy match.
So
Should
why
be.
are they splitting this up between 2 weeks?
Well,
Just-
rather than have this free pay-per-view that they did last year, I guess what happened was I was listening to Tony Khan interviewed on their podcast, the AEW Unrestricted, with Tony and Aubrey. And he said that this was supposed to be in England.
Mhm.
There was going to be another BR Live free deal from England. And because of everything that happened, they couldn't do the England thing. Because people have been asking him to do a show in England forever. So this was supposed to be it. And because they couldn't do that, it didn't make sense for them to do like a whole nother pay-per-view for free. So why not just book it all on the Dynamite and get that, have those bookings make sense.
I see.
Which makes sense to me. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
And the reason is for ratings.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But if you're like, it makes sense. If you're going to do a free BR Live pay-per-view, why don't you just punt that and put it on for ratings? Like,
Well, yeah.
that just makes business sense to me. So,
Yeah.
All right. That's it for the Wednesday Night War wrap up. Mike, do you have anything this week?
Oh,
I know
shit.
you did the Jeopardy last week.
Actually, kind of do.
Okay.
What is it? Shit, I don't know how to say it anymore. I was gonna have us watch this eventually, but I don't know because it's just a half-hour thing, and maybe I've got it in my pocket. On Netflix, there's a new docu-series called Home Game, where it's all about different weird games played in different sports in different countries, and they go into what I've heard a little bit about before. The Congo wrestling in the Congo. And it's very interesting. And it's called Catch Friche. And it's pretty much catch wrestling type. It's wrestling and then it's voodoo. And it's this whole thing. I highly recommend watching this. I highly recommend watching.
I mean, Glow covered this years ago, but
yes. This docu-series. It's good. And I also watched one about roller derby. It's like 22 minutes. It's good. But it's very, very interesting. And I feel like I'm waiting for the first wrestler to come from the Congo or something, or do this gimmick voodoo. Catch Friche. I know I'm saying it wrong.
Catch Fetiche.
Yes, Catch Fetiche.
Catch Fetiche.
Yes, and they're actually pretty good wrestlers. They're really good wrestlers, and they wrestle on literally shitty gym mats. Those interlocking gym mats, and then plywood, and watch it. And there's one part where I was they kind of wrestle just wrestle. I thought they were about to do a Ricky to Robert. I was like, oh, they're building to the hot tag. They're building
Ricky to Robert.
And I was like, these people are going to go crazy. But they did something completely different. And I was like, well, why didn't they do Ricky Robert? But instead, I don't know, this voodoo guy, killed this guy, I think. I don't know. But they made this guy turn into a baby goat. It's very, very interesting because Vice did a story on this once about these Congolese and wrestlers. And yeah, watch it for sure. Watch it tonight. It's 22 minutes, and you'll realize these guys these guys are pretty good wrestlers, and you'll be I have a feeling this may not be people are going to the Congo, but you could see someone trying to take this gimmick and doing something with it.
Interesting. All right.
Very
interesting.
There's never been a voodoo wrestler before?
Oh, there's been
Papa Shango.
Yeah, Papa Shango.
Bill's favorite, Papa Shango.
But actually not some dude doing a caricature, like someone actually like doing this.
Yeah.
Like almost like you could be like, remember when the Mae Young Classic was like, oh, this person's from Argentina and wrestles Argentinian wrestling and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that type of thing. Like someone from Congo. It's
kind
very
of like Bloodsport, like the movie Bloodsport.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. But I
Mike's
really
favorite.
was like, God, I want them to do this Ricky to Robert, like, because like their champion, like the big champion, was like, his smaller tag team partner was getting the shit kicked out of him, and he was waiting for it, but he never got it.
He should have turned himself into a baby goat, and then.
Yeah. Are you looking for it now, Bill?
No.
What was the stat from Bloodsport again? What was the? You remember that?
I do remember that. I'll have to check one out. Frank Dukes won 56 fights in a tournament, allegedly. So if this was a full tournament, single elimination style, that means the number of entries of fighters in the tournament is 72 quadrillion, 57 trillion, 594 billion, 37,927,900 fighters in one tournament. And Frank Dukes took them all down. Well, he took down 56 of them, I should say.
That's how many people would have to be in the tournament for him to have that many matches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Frank
Dukes.
Imagine winning 55 and then losing the last one.
Somebody did it. I don't know who. Somebody did it.
A horrible thing to happen. Wally, you have a top 5 this week. You did 2. You did a top 10 because you said you weren't going to show up this week, but then you showed up.
Yeah, I thought I had to work the evening shift, but I didn't. I don't. So this week we're going to do top 5 worst TV series endings.
Oh.
Now, my number 5, I've never actually watched it, but from what I hear, like it just has to make the list no matter what. It's The Sopranos. Cutting to black, mid-sentence.
You did that on purpose.
I do want to know. Would you agree putting that on the list?
On the what? The worst?
Worst TV series endings. Yes.
No.
Have you seen it yet?
I'm not a child.
Have you seen it yet, though?
Yes.
You finished The Sopranos.
This is The Sopranos is.
So what could defend this shit? Because I don't agree. I think it sucks.
Then you're
Fading to black sucks.
You're a child, and you don't.
It sucks.
Cutting to black, not fading to black. Cutting to black.
Cutting to black.
No.
Like,
explain.
I mean, what?
You shouldn't.
I haven't watched the series, but from that it makes me not want to watch it.
I haven't watched it, but
I don't know. It makes me not want to watch it. But go ahead, defend this.
I don't need to defend it.
Yes, you do, because everybody else says that it's terrible.
It's not just children like me. It's other folks.
That's the thing.
You don't need to know what happens.
You don't need an ending.
And that's what's. I'm getting to it. That's what's wrong with so much entertainment today. Is we need prequels, we need sequels, we need everything laid out, everything told to us. Like we can't just be like, well, you just have to have our measure. No, like it's okay that like we don't know what happens. Like a show you have to watch, everyone should watch, is The Leftovers. The Leftovers is a show about.
I'll never watch another David Lindelof show.
Did you watch The Watchmen? The Watchmen did the same. Well, I'm sorry.
That was only on Amazon Prime, wasn't it?
No, it was on HBO.
Oh, right, okay.
And it was easily the best show last year and was named the best show last year.
Okay.
But it's just, the thing is what do you want to look at a piece of art and be like, why aren't you spelling it out for me, Picasso? Why can't you just write what you wanted me to do?
I didn't invest 7 years in Picasso painting. I went and looked at it and then I walked away.
It doesn't matter how long. That's the thing. Like, you can't.
But you do get a complete work of art. You could argue that Cutting to Black mid-sentence.
It's not mid-sentence.
It's like
everybody
an
says
unfit.
it's mid-sentence.
What?
Everybody says that it's mid-sentence. So
no, I'm not. I'm going to trust you. It's mid-lyric.
Oh.
It says don't stop and cut.
You could argue that's not giving you a full picture of the work of art.
No, that's the thing. That's what the creator gave you. He gave you. How do you know that Picasso was like, I'm done, and just stopped and was done? You know.
Okay. Anyways.
Number 4.
You guys are dumb. Literally, children.
Number 4 makes the list because they have a terrible last season, even though they gave a good final episode in the 8th season. It is Scrubs. There's a fantastic finale for the 8th season, and then the 9th season was just garbage.
That was one where they had new people, right?
New people, yeah. It was still Scrubs, but whatever.
Wait,
it has to make the list.
It wasn't a good show to begin with.
Fighting words on Wally there.
Didn't it end with like him watching? It was very sad, like him watching with that song.
That's the 8th season finale.
Oh,
then they come back with exactly. So like, I don't count the 9th season as part of the show, but it's still part of the show.
I thought that was a very good finale.
The 8th season finale was fantastic, but the 9th season still counts.
Okay.
Number 3 was Community because they had 2 garbage seasons at the end.
I'm on season 6 now. I just got to it.
Yeah.
Didn't watch it, punted it.
Number 2
had moments. It wasn't great, but it had moments.
Number 2 is Game of Thrones. Obviously, that last season was all over the place.
Bad.
They should have left the Nightwalker or whatever. I don't even remember the stuff.
White Walkers. You're literally wearing a Game of Thrones shirt right now.
They should have left them to the very end, but whatever. And then number 1 is How I Met Your Mother because they build up to the mother and then kill her off after having her around for half a season. It's just
you're missing you're missing some fun ones in there like Lost. Dexter sucks at the end.
Fuck, I did forget Dexter.
Dexter is awful season finale. Awful show. Bad show. What else is in there? Sons of Anarchy. I kind of hated Sons of Anarchy towards the end.
Never made it all the way through that one.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of shows that I got through like 2-3 seasons and then just couldn't keep going with. So.
Yeah, Dexter should be on there. That shit is bad.
Yeah, I didn't even think of Dexter. So we'll put Dexter in my number 5 spot. And we'll take Sopranos out since Mike made such a fantastic argument.
It's literally.
I just don't.
It's the perfect show. It's literally, like I said, it's like watching someone throw a perfect game. And then, it's like watching, and then
giving up a home run.
Yeah, then giving up a home run to lose the game in the 9th.
No, that's why, like, that is so incredibly close-minded and small-minded. Like, it's like watching someone throw a perfect game, and then last batter hits just like it's an easy ground ball the second, and like how it's gonna,
It's like if you were pitching a perfect game and you had the guy down to 2 outs and then you just left the mound. You just walked off.
Nope.
You just didn't finish.
But isn't that I'm asking because I didn't see any of it. Isn't that the idea of was that you don't know what happens? It could or could not have happened?
Yeah, you don't know. And it's a show.
You're supposed to make it up in your own mind.
It's a show built on like subverting expectations.
Tell me you wouldn't be pissed off watching 7 years of a show and then that happens, Bill.
Probably.
You are the hater of most finales.
That's true. I very rarely
hated the Shield finale. You hated the Lost finale.
The Shield finale at least was like kind of how it probably would have turned out, but yes, it didn't. I didn't like it at all. Lost was the worst ever.
Yeah. No one was into Lost more than you two guys, Mike and Bill.
Lost was fine.
And Bill, you don't even talk about Lost. It burned you so bad.
The thing with Lost is that they're clearly just literally just like winging it the entire time.
Oh yeah.
But
what they came up with was not good.
It's been too. I'm not going to go back and revisit it.
The Office was annoying, although the final episode was okay, but it was mostly bad.
I thought the final episode brought it back a little bit. So
The Office was bad immediately when Michael Scott left.
Oh yeah,
that should have been the last episode when Michael Scott went on the where did we go on the plane and Pam went to say something to him, but you couldn't hear it. There you go, Mike.
Yeah, That was.
You went to say, she went to say something, and she came back and said, like, you don't need to know what I said to her. Or
like, do you need to know that?
I suppose that was better than just cutting to black.
It's insane that you need to know everything.
I didn't say I needed to know everything.
I actually like that. That they didn't tell you what she said.
Yeah, like
that I liked.
What are you making a face at now?
A guy getting his ear cut off on a meat grinder.
Oh.
Are you watching that for the first time?
No, it's just in the background.
Oh, okay. All right. This one's over. Long discussion about Sopranos. What does anybody else think? Are we crazy? Am I crazy? Am I a child?
Yes.
I haven't seen it. I guess I can't really give an opinion.
No, you can't.
But I also don't feel like...
I've never seen it. It's not good.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying it's preventing me from watching it in the first place because I don't want it to be ruined at the end by that.
Okay, good. Good for you.
All right, the end. Peace out. Don't watch The Sopranos.